Okay.
We made a couple years back.
Okay, I don't.
That thing, the Coff.INS.
You called it
It's
Coffin?
over on our lot.
It's over on your lot? That's a good
Captain
spot
is
for it.
refusing to take
It'd
the
be a bummer if
setback.
it was on somebody else's
Like
lot.
that.
So having it on your own lot, good idea. Okay? Can you get out of the truck faster? Struggle.
You guys,
That's a little bit of snow. Barely up to the hood.
Like, don't be intimidated
Okay.
by the 5 feet of snow.
5 feet of snow. That hood of that truck's 5 feet off the ground.
This season.
He crawled up on it. It wasn't that deep, because if it was, he would be a giant.
Reason's been the sluice box.
Okay?
We've been on good gold.
Been the sluice. It hasn't been you. It's been the sluice box.
Crazy. I have to do
Okay.
something about it.
Yep. Do something about it.
Hey.
Oh, there's
a
the
couple
coffin.
seasons ago, we had a super insulated box.
Couple seasons ago. Okay.
We didn't use it this season.
Not
because
this year?
It's been buried in the snow for years.
For years.
If we can get
For years? Wait a minute. You said you didn't use it because it was buried in the snow. But yet, I've watched the show, and you have a summer season where there's no snow. So how can it be years? What you mean is that it's buried this year, which it really isn't a whole year. It's only a few months in the grand scheme of things, because it hasn't been 12 months of it being underneath 5 feet, quote unquote, snow that's up to your knees, which is 5 feet tall, which would make you a giant, by the way. But let's overshadow the fact that you just claim that it's underneath 5 feet of snow that's apparently not even up to your brother's waist, by the way. So it's probably not 5 feet of snow. But that's here and there. I think that's splitting hairs now, isn't it? Because you said that it was buried underneath snow for years, right? Years, just years, and we can't use it this year. Well, you know what? It's probably only been months. It might have been 6 months or something like that, but it's still only months, right? I mean, come on. If you're going to tell the story, at least tell it correctly. You know, we didn't use it this year because of the fact that it was buried underneath some snow. And the snow, don't exaggerate. You're on camera, for crying out loud. Don't say, oh, it's buried underneath 5 feet of snow, 10 feet of snow, 35 feet of snow, and we can't use it. No, it's buried underneath a few feet of snow. Maybe there's a snow drift. It might be a little thicker right where that's at or whatever. But, let's get realistic. If you're going to tell a story, tell it correctly. Tell it the way it is, the way it's being shown. I mean, for crying out loud, you didn't use it this year because it was buried under snow and you were too lazy to dig it out, right? Am I right? Or am I right? I'm right, I know. I know I'm right because I'm right. So that's just the end of it, right? Okay, so now just unbury it. How hard is it? Don't make this out to be a difficult task. So what? You got to work a little bit to unbury the coffin so you can go gold mining. For crying out loud, get with the program. Stop complaining about things and fabricating stories or inflating them to make everybody feel sorry for you, that you actually have to physically dig a little bit of snow out of the way to get to what you want to get to. It's not 5 feet of snow. It doesn't even go over the hood of that truck that was buried in the snow too, by the way. And if it was 5 feet of snow, that whole truck would be buried, not just up to the grill. For crying out loud. There might be a little more snow in some areas for drifting. However, I doubt it's 5 feet of snow. You're just guessing, and it's a bad one, by the way.